Jermaine lost his grandmother and his father within a week's time. He quit school and he tried to help save his father's business.
The hardest thing about my father passing was that when he figured out that he had dropped his life insurance.
I'd like to thank the Life Foundation for this scholarship. I can't tell you how much it means to me and how great it's been to return to college. I can assure you, I'll put this scholarship to good use. I owe it to myself, to my family, and to you for believing in me.
We'd like to revisit a story life has told many times in the past. In fact, the story you're about to see will update you on the real life story that life has told more times than any other.
10 years later, with two almost 13-year-olds, I am very busy.
She takes us to like swim practice and all of our after-school activities.
We have diagnosed each of them with a long-term, life-changing disease.
Brian and I had no idea that his kids would have any health issues or any challenges, but because of the planning we did when they were born, and there was nothing wrong with them, basically they have their insurance done for the rest of their life.
I would encourage you to tell the life stories. Use them however they will help. Persevere for their sakes. Because remember, we are why you don't give up.
November of 2004, cancer came back.
It was very early in the morning in March of 2005. And they had called me, and by the time I got here, she had gone.
This life insurance has allowed Dan to continue Peggy's legacy, to provide college education funding for Caleb and Craig.
It's definitely lonelier and quieter without Peggy. I miss your laughter, the companionship. But people keep telling me that life has to go on. You just can't stop living because someone you love died.
At the emergency room, I had a stroke. And then they flew me to Johns Hopkins Bayview in Baltimore, where I met with a neurologist, and he eventually did my surgery that repaired the aneurysm.
The disability policy guaranteed payment to age 65 if she was disabled, so the mortgage company accepted that as a stream of income. And with the amount of the disability policy and Matt's income, that was the only way they were actually able to go through a settlement and purchase the house they've been trying so hard to buy.
You never know how much time you have, so you have to take the steps necessary to protect your family and your future. Knowing that we have the disability insurance, it lets us live our lives with great peace of mind.
Coming from the nursing home industry, I realized how important it was to have long-term care.
For Vince, he was total care. I had to bathe him, dress him, feed him, transfer him, basically everything.
As tragic as Vince's illness was, the insurance did exactly what they hoped it would do. Vince got first-rate care that he deserved in his own home, and Barbara was able to preserve her retirement assets for what I hope will be a very long and happy retirement.
Sure enough, he was diagnosed with ALS in January of 2002.
The disability buyout contract made a lump sum payment to the corporation.
I was able to purchase Frank's share of the practice without having to dig deep into my own personal finances.
Rich made sure that Frank had every aspect of his business and his personal life protected.
You need to ask your clients, what would you want to have happen when you become disabled?
My brother was stopped at a red light. The left arrow turned green for him to go, and he went. And that's when somebody decided to run the light at 50 miles an hour, and my husband took the brunt of it. He actually lost his life right there at impact.
Melissa hasn't just sat back and lived off life insurance money and gone on with her life. She is trying to make a difference in this world.
Melissa had the luxury now with the life insurance of being able to stay at home and not have to go back to work. So she formed the Mark Wandell Foundation, which raises money for children's charities. It donates money for scholarships at the high school where Mark went to.
Every day you convince individuals and families of the importance of protecting the lives of those who depend on you.
You save lives every day, just like my beloved husband, my agent, my Mark saved mine. On behalf of myself, my Madison Grace, and the many lives you have all impacted in such a profound and meaningful way, we are all truly grateful.